right, folks, today on Kentucky Petrolhead, we're talking about how to mount your recovery gear for when you're overlanding or off-roading, and specifically how I'm mounting it to a Nissan Frontier. Now, the Nissan Frontier comes with a cool few things that makes it easy to kind of do your own mounting options, particularly if you have the factory roof rack. So we're going to look at how we set this up, what we're mounting, and then I will put affiliate links in where you can go in and help out the channel and purchase one of these items if you're interested. So let's check it out. The first thing that we have here on the roof is we have the factory roof bars, which are these nice tubular roof bars. Now the rail that comes on it is not very strong, and most of the trucks that I've seen, my last Frontier had this roof rack, and when I got it, the front rail was missing. This Frontier, was just 10 years newer, when I bought it, the front rail's missing. So I had to make my own. So what I took here was some Super Strut, all right, which you can buy at Home Depot, usually used in construction. And all you need is to cut it to the length that you want, and then you buy conduit clamps. So these conduit clamps, they fit into the groove and they fit perfectly around this pipe that comes on the Nissan Frontier. And then you have a bar with lots of mounting points. You can run hooks in here. You can mount your traction boards, or you can mount your shovel. You can even mount your, I've got my jack down here that I could mount to the top if I wanted to. I'm going to look for a lower center of gravity option, but this basically allows me to put any kind of thing up here that I want, just with some simple bolts or some unistrut nuts. So we just installed these mounts here were purchased from Amazon, so I'll put the link in the description for where you can get these, and they're just basically little bolts that I can mount directly to this bar, and it fit perfectly, and I can mount these traction boards on. These traction boards I actually bought on a website called Bid FTA, or Fast Track Auctions. So I got these brand new for 40 bucks on an auction. Now, you have to go locally pick them up when you do Fast Track. You have to have a Fast Track warehouse nearby, but you can find stuff on there cheap if you really spend some time on there hunting. And then these little rubber guys here for my shovel mount. These are Amazon purchases, and they're adjustable. So like this shovel here, nice and thick at this end, skinny right here, so I had to pull this down a little tighter. And these I just bolted right to this unistrut rail, which has become so versatile, I can put just about anything on it. And they will hold more weight than the plastic mount that comes on the roof rack is probably safe for. I once had a whole bunch of 16-foot long treated 2x12s on here, and I think that was a bit much, because after that my roof rack mounts were squeaking all the time. The other options that you have for mounting things in your Frontier is the factory bed rails. So I actually bought some hooks here, and I can set chairs or my Milwaukee Packout Light, and then just get a standard bolt. And on the back side, I don't know if you can see there, it's basically a unistrut nut. So I can mount basically anything to this. Now mine has the adjustable strap mount, so I could strap stuff down with these, but I have rail there. I have a rail along the back, the sides, and the bottoms. So what I think I'm going to do, if you don't, I have a bed cover, a tonneau cover, or I also have a truck cap that I'll put on sometimes. If you don't have either one of those things, you can take these mounts right here, which are also something I purchased on Amazon, and get a couple of bolts and some unistrut nuts, and you could mount them right here. Now, they'll stick up a little bit, and I can't because of my tonneau cover mount here. So I'm looking for another option. I will probably mount mine directly to the floor rails. So that'll hold that steady and not bounce around, and keep my center of gravity lower than if I was putting it up at the top. The other thing that I like to do, and if you've watched some of my other videos, you will have seen my setup with these bed rails is the Milwaukee Packout plates. Now, I keep a set of tools in here sometimes if I'm traveling. I also have the 3-drawer and the 2-drawer Milwaukee Packouts that will snap right into this Packout plate. I'll when I'm working, I use them for tools. When I'm overlanding, I'll put my food and salt and pepper and chargers and stuff in there. And it's all ready right at the back of the bed. Makes access and camping super easy and super versatile. And these are mounted to the bed rail with a couple of bolts and Unistrut nuts. So I can just pop this off, and you can see right here, I just put a couple bolts in. It's like I need to tighten that one down. They do come loose. Oh, no battery. And it mounts to my bed rail without putting any holes in my bed. Now, it's not as sturdy as if I did put holes around the corners, but I've had this stacked like this high with pack out stuff, and it's been fine with heavy stuff. So that's another option too. All right, so I'm installing some new traction board mounts on my homemade racks here, and these are an Amazon special, and I'm going to show you how they go on. They're pretty simple, and honestly, I guess it depends on what kind of rack system you have, but you could build your own. So this is what we have. We essentially have 2 flange lock nuts with some washers and a sleeve here, and just a hand tighten piece here that we could put on. And then it does come with these plates too. Now I am using a super strut that I made from just super strut that I bought from Home Depot. And on the Frontier here, we got this round bar, so these conduit clamps work perfectly. Now usually I have this one mounted all the way up to the front, but I have a sunroof now, and all those little holes right there, they make a ton of noise when the sunroof's open. So I just scooted it back, and whenever I need to haul something, I'll just carry some wrenches in the truck and I can move it forward, which we would have to do to mount these traction boards. These traction boards, they do have 2 holes here and 2 holes here to mount, so I'd have to move that up further, but we'll get the mounts put on today and take a look and see what it looks like. Here we go. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm moving the nuts to the bottom, taking the bottom nut off and sticking that down into the clamp and the Unistrut here, and then I'll put the washer and the nut on the bottom. So the jack that I have here is just the Harbor Freight Badlands. Okay. So these run about $75, I think. So, fairly decent entry level. I just used it to lift up the back of the truck, and it seemed to work fine. Now, here are the mounts that I got from Amazon, and they are just cast or billet aluminum, and you can mount this in various different locations. For my truck, I wanted to put it on the wheel, but there really isn't enough room in the back or a place for me to put that. The other option, I could take my light bar off the front bumper, mount it directly to the front bumper, or we could go to the top, which again, we have the gravity, or the core center of gravity. So probably what I'll do is I'll take these pieces here and get some Unistrut clamps and slide these right along. And mount that directly to the bed, just like that, once I get some bolts. Now, that side, we are hitting some of the mechanism on the jack, so I'll probably have to flip the jack part over to get it to fit, but that'll hold it very solid and nice and steady in the bed. Now, if I get loading this up with other stuff, we may have to come with a different solution, but these clamps will work fine. Now, they do come with U-bolts of 3 different sizes, so you can mount this to various different things, and they were pretty cheap, so we'll see how they work out. This is the bracket that we're going to use to mount the jack right to this rail.
This is a bracket that I ordered off the Amazon, but it comes with loops to mount to, something like this or a different part of your truck. I'm going to mount it directly to the factory bed rails. And to do that, we need some of these, which are like unistrut clamps that will slide under here and allow you to tighten these down. So I think you can get these at Home Depot. These I just picked up at Ace Hardware and kind of guesstimated the size. But what we'll do is we'll just put these through here, put this on it, and then we'll slide that up this channel to where we need it, and we'll be able to mount this directly to the bed rail. So we'll essentially try to turn these, just slide them up this rail like that, and then I'll get my drill impact and try to tighten them down. Although you can see there that this is just wide enough for the rail, so I may end up having to make some plates here to fit this up a little bit higher. All right, so it's a little difficult to get it lined up, and I think I will come back with some plate to fit here to make this fit a little better. Because you see the one back there is leaning a bit, but it's doing the job. It's not going to flop around the bed no more. So there you go. And these pieces, it's solid aluminum, so you can't go wrong there.
So when you're overlanding, you need to have recovery gear, and there are a few pieces that are extremely important to have with you in case you get stuck. Now, you may not have the money to go all out and buy winches and all that other fun stuff, but one of the most important things that you can get is a recovery rope. Now, there are a few options. Probably the best to get would be a snatch rope or a kinetic rope. And what it does is it will stretch out and build energy to help you pull the vehicle out. Now, these are great for trucks that aren't buried up to the frame kind of stuff, because you're not going to yank that out, and they can break and they can be dangerous. So you need to be careful about how you use them. So the one I have here is just a basic one, a cheap one off of Amazon, Ink Lake or whatever the brand name is here, and I'll put a link up for this. And this rope, you'll hook it between the vehicles and it will help you to pull the vehicle out. I just used this last week to pull out an F350 dually that got stuck in the mud, and it didn't take much, just he couldn't get enough traction, the four-wheel drive didn't work. But these are great, but you also need a way to attach it to your truck and know how to attach it to your truck. So you can use the old-fashioned steel shackles if you have a place to mount them, but it's also important to get some soft shackles. And these are great if you're mounting to something that, like, you don't have an actual recovery hook and you need to mount it to the frame. This is what these are great for, and they're pretty easy to install. These take a little more time. All of this stuff, like this one is from Harbor Freight. I think it was like 30 bucks. This is what I used to pull out the F350, and then I attached it to my hitch. I have a hitch receiver insert that mounts directly to this. What you don't want to do is mount it directly to ball hitch, because it can rip the ball off and slingshot that through the front window of your vehicle and kill you, and it has happened. So you definitely need to be careful where you mount this. So I can either mount it with this to my hitch receiver. The front bumper on my Frontier also has a couple of points where I can mount recovery gear if I'm being pulled out, right here. Or what you can do is you can get under the truck and mount it to the frame, mount it to lower control arms or something like that, but you need to be careful. You need to mount it to something that's sturdy. But these are the most important to have. If you can't afford these, traction boards. Those are helpful in some situations to get you out. Some guys will say if you can get out with traction boards, then you're not driving hard enough. Which I can see the wisdom in that. If you lower your tire pressure and maybe use some rocks or something, if you don't have traction board, those are things that you can do to get out. But all of my recovery gear is just lower end stuff. A lot of it's from Amazon. because I'm not doing this all the time and I don't have cash to burn. But you know, you can gather some of the basics that you need to get you out of a situation if you're stuck without going full on installing a winch. Well, that's it for Kentucky Petrolhead today. I hope you enjoyed that and found it helpful. Please join us next time whenever I'm fixing something or driving something or finding something cool. Definitely make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more car and petrol related content. I'll see you guys later. Kentucky Petrolhead, over and out.